Sending out peace and blessings and well wishes and healings and health and success and victory and warfare and all that good righteous manhood warlord business. We in the building. Let me get over here and see where my people's at. See Allah, Jabril, Ahmad, Wrench Mob first up. Salute Jabril. First up in the chat. See Allah, peace, peace. Yes, all of that. We definitely riding and sliding and dipping and bombing and all that good stuff. But that exactly right there. And those of us that they gave their lives for and fought the fight for. So you know what this is. Just a week's wrap up. No particular subject. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna put the StreamYard link in the chat up front early. California or the Los Angeles wildfire subject. I came across something that was interesting though regarding the California fires or the Los Angeles County fires and the Hawaii Maui fires. But something I didn't know was this right here. Let me see. Can I put this on here?
On the 2nd of January 2025.
Look at this. It says Ghana, the country, state in Africa of Ghana, of which the Nation of Islam has had dual citizenship for decades now. And because of Minister Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam, that was the number one bridge, if I'm not mistaken, to opening up, our brothers in Ghana to embrace us. So it says as of 2025, starting 2025, Ghana, the African state of Ghana, allows visa-free travel for all Americans, but they also allow citizenship, dual citizenship, automatic dual citizenship for any African Americans, for any Black people of America, right? So if we struggling or whatever, we trying to seek asylum or we whatever we might be going through in these states, that the slave masters want to, hold us guilty as we some lifelong convicted felon for whatever. I'm not saying that you do a dirt and you run to do dirt and run to Ghana. I'm not saying that. But this right here, along with the announcement that Ghana is accepting and embracing descendant of slaves of North America, Black, so-called African Americans, to return home and get dual or free citizenship, or be embraced as a citizen of Ghana. After that, then we see this happened. This happened. It says Ghana announced that all Africans, including African Americans, can move to Ghana visa-free starting January 2025, and on the second day. This is before the Los Angeles fires. This is what I'm telling you about how I see and believe, and I didn't even know this receipts, but I already knew how Allah was immediately retaliating and responding based on what the devils do. Ghana announced that all Africans, African Americans, can move to Ghana visa-free starting 2025. And on the second day of 2025, January 2nd or January 3rd into the new year, one of the biggest marketplaces known was burned down in Ghana.
Guys, I don't know.
Let's listen.
So guys, I don't know where you're watching me from, guys. Today is on the 2nd of January 2025, and this is the current situation of Kantamanto markets. We woke up this morning and Charlie, everywhere has gone down by flames. People's goods and services are all gone. And it's very sad. I don't even know what to say right now. Kantamanto is gone. Kantamanto is totally gone. The whole market has been brought down to nothing. And as you can see behind me, the fire is still blazing. And God bless our homeland, Ghana.
So this is Ghana, the first, as far as I know, the first of the African nations that embraced and publicly announced that any so-called African American descendant of slaves from, North America can move to Ghana visa-free and immediately become a citizen of Ghana. And Ghana ain't all dirt and, and poverty. Ghana is a well-developed metropolis. Ghana is balling, but with this, whatever this little marketplace that he's talking about that's well known as like classic, historical known, got burned down because that was like a real commerce spot, well-known commerce spot in Ghana. Got burned down the second day of January after the president and the government there because of their well, I ain't gonna say because of their relationship with Minister Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam, but it definitely has something to do with it because we have a lot of Muslim, members of the Nation of Islam that's been living in Ghana for decades now. We got a whole city there, whole community there. So for whatever reason that the president of Ghana now was convinced that this is the time to open their arms to us so we can come there, visa free and be citizens and enjoy the citizenship of our own homeland, Ghana, and that specific state, like we was never able to enjoy in America for the last 470 years, even though our blood, sweat, tears, and everything else soaks the soil of this land, and we never received no type of reparations, no type of equal treatment, nothing that what Ghana is offering. And now Ghana, this little city and this marketplace gets burned down on January 2nd. So how did Allah respond? How did the original black God, the God of the black man, respond to that? That happened in Ghana after they announced that my brothers and sisters from descendants of slaves can come here and find refuge and sanctuary and build a new life for yourself and get out the environment of the belly of the beast. That you want to burn something, whoever burnt it. So the response is, from my view, is the Palisade, Malibu, Sunset, Hollywood Hills, and whatever else is going on right now. Topanga Canyon and Woodland Hills, wherever it's going to, they estimated it that's over $52 billion in damages. The greatest fire destruction in the history of Los Angeles County, right? And that happened, a few days later after January 2nd? Is that a coincidence, y'all? Do y'all think that's a coincidence? What about this right here?
Super inspired.
She took time out of her already busy schedule to tell us about her vision for the department's future, one that includes a 3-year strategic plan to increase diversity.
People ask me, well, what number are you looking for? I say, I'm not looking for a number. It's never.
You see what that say, fair use. When Los Angeles appointed its very first female LGBTQ plus fire chief in 2022 with the goal of recruiting more women and more, rainbow firefighters. Fair use for historical purposes only.
Never enough. They feel included, they feel valued, and they feel part of a cohesive team.
The chief also checks another box when it comes to inclusivity and diversity at this department. She's a proud member of the LGBTQ community.
That just kind of opens the door of people that thought, wow, I didn't even know that was an opportunity for me.
So, these are the people now that's on the hot seat, literally or figuratively. All three of those is women. And now you can see that how they catching up the full blame along with the black mayor, female mayor, because they was pushing this whole female agenda, female power, empowerment. So now the black female mayor was visiting Ghana. I forgot what's her name, Bass. I don't know if her name is Karen Bass or something Bass. she was actually visiting Ghana while the fire was going on. So she was visiting Ghana, and that marketplace in that part of Ghana, that town was already burnt down. So she was out there visiting that. I don't know if she knew of the the open arms policy, and she was going to try to secure some of that. I'm not coming down on the mayor, the black woman mayor, but the media the satanic global small hat media is on her head now, trying to blame her. Like, you in Ghana while LA is burning, and you was responsible for the budget, the $17.6 million budget that was supposed to go towards the LA fire department or whatever, to make sure the reservoirs and all of that was filled with water. So they may, of course, gonna make her the scapegoat. But I don't know how guilty she is or if her hands is dirty, but it's no coincidence that she was in Ghana. The mayor of of Los Angeles was in Ghana dealing, after the fire in Ghana, after they announced that the black people of America can be free dual citizens of Ghana and migrate back to Africa through Ghana whenever they feel like it, starting January 1st. So she over there maybe perhaps dealing with that business, and they had already got burnt up in Ghana, and she over there doing that. And then somebody responds to some kind of forces of nature, freak accident responds and burns up all of Los Angeles, especially the most richest and flossy parts. And this is who's really behind it. Is the governor, Gavin, or Newsom dude is on the hot seat, and these three she's or whatever they are, whatever they want to be called. I don't know what they want to be called, but they biological women, but they pose, or they whatever, what that is. So I don't see that as no coincidence whatsoever. Especially if you claiming righteousness. Fire is generally like hellfire, like in any religion or whatever. Fire is not a it's not a good reward. You know what I'm saying? So companions of the flaming fire, companions of the fire, and the fire of hell, and hellfire, and lake of fire. Fire is really not a righteous reward. So just the fact that the rainbow symbol, according to Christianity and the Bible, the rainbow symbol is supposed to be from God, that he made a promise that he would not destroy the wicked and destroy the world again with water, but it will be fire next time. It'll be fire next time. So is this all coincidences? Am I reaching, or is it right there in your face to connect the dots easily that you represent the rainbow, which is the symbol that God used to promise that he would, next time he destroys everything, he will destroy it with water like the Noah's Ark days. He's going to do it with fire. With fire. And here's the fire chiefs of Los Angeles, the home of highly weird, you know what I'm saying? Is this a coincidence, or am I reaching? Let me play this again. Fair use.
I'm super inspired.
She took time out of her already busy schedule to tell us about her vision for the department's future, one that includes a 3-year strategic plan to increase diversity.
People ask me, well, what number are you looking for? I say, I'm not looking for a number. It's never enough. They feel included, they feel valued, and they feel part of a cohesive team.
The chief also checks another box when it comes to inclusivity and diversity at this department. She's a proud member of the LGBTQ community.
That just kind of opens the door of people that thought, wow, I didn't even know that was an opportunity for me.
So, like I say again, Karen Bass, she was visiting Ghana right after this right here was going on. The beginning of this
So,
year.
guys, I don't know where you're watching me from, guys. Today is on the 2nd of January, 2025. And this is the current situation of Kantamanto markets. We woke up this morning and Charlie, everywhere has gone down by flames. People's goods and services are all gone. And it's very sad. I don't even know what to say right now. Kantamanto is gone. Kantamanto is totally gone. The whole market has been brought down to nothing. And as you can see behind me, the fire is still blazing. And God bless our homeland, Ghana.
God bless the homeland, Ghana. I see Rube, salute, Big Rube. He knows that, you know, members of the Nation of Islam, by way of Minister Farrakhan, have been living in Ghana and establishing a whole Muslim community in Ghana for decades now. So for Ghana to publicly announce that they now, starting 2025, opening their arms to every African people, but especially the African Americans of North America, descendant of slaves that have not been able to get reparations or equal treatment or treated like equal citizens in America for the last 400 years or whatever, that they can come to Ghana. And this is how whoever the opposition to this responds, by burning, you know, that much of Ghana down. Oh, you want to play with fire, huh? Y'all want to play with fire. Okay, the God of the black man and the black nation responded immediately in Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? So that's just something I want to, because I always gonna bring receipts. I'm not gonna say this absolutely means this. I'll let y'all connect the dots. I already connected the dots for myself, but I'll let y'all connect the dots with the receipts. But they all can be proven. You know, I don't know what Mayor Karen Bass was doing out there. Right. Ever since President Jerry J. Rollins, may Allah be pleased with him. That's in the 90s? Since the 90s? So we've been there since the 90s. It's right after the Million Man March, 96, 97. I don't know what Mayor Karen Bass was doing there, but she was there right during and or after this fire in Ghana. So I don't know what she was doing in Ghana. She's black. She's conscious. I don't know how conscious. I don't know if she's a traitor and she was sent by the enemy to do something, or she was a part of the enemy's move to burn something and she came back to get a taste of her own medicine, or the opposite, because the way that she's getting through under the bus, it seems to me that she must have been on the side. To me, I don't know, just my little spider sense in the history of knowing how this enemy operates. If the mainstream media starts, you know, crucifying and throwing something and demonizing certain individuals, then that means they was trying to do something good for black people. And if they start trying to embrace her and blame it on somebody else, then she was probably they agent. But it's something to look into. Something for all y'all that know how to research and like to get the details, and it's something definitely to look into. Shelby Hawkins, Cam, did you hear about Dr. Umar? No, I don't hear about nobody. You know what I'm saying? My ears ain't open for gossip or whatever. I just only do receipts. So I don't know at all what you're talking about. So if it's something you want to say, you know what I'm saying, you can either put it in the chat or you can hit the StreamYard link. Ryan Snoo Diddy, 3 tears for my city, Altadena, burning up. Prayers to all my loved ones lost in all their homes. Man, absolutely prayer. That's where my wife is from. My wife and her family is from Pasadena and Altadena. Cecil, Big C, bro C, thank you. Got your Cash App. Thank you, bro. Thank you very much. And y'all forgive my tired energy. I'm drained. You see my little bones is, eyeballs are sunken back. I'm on what, day 8? It's my day 8. I think I'm going to eat. Inshallah, I plan to go and eat tomorrow and break my fast after doing a full 9 days. So yeah, I'm on day 8. I lost all my muscles. Not all of them. I'm still cut up like Bruce Lee, but I lost all my little muscle mass. But it's a small price to pay for what I have gained. And boy, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to digest it. I'm just trying to digest it, and man, I can't stress it enough, y'all. Fast. Try to regularly, try to fast for at least 3 days, out of the month. Try to fast, because Grace is over for the enemy, and blessings and powers and revelations is open now for us. Now is the time. You know what I'm saying? Now is the time. That's all I can tell you. Fast, get your fast on, and stop lying, stop cheating, stop stealing. You know what I'm saying? As much as possible, as much as you possibly can. I mean, because you can do it cold turkey, but as much as you possibly can. Umar became a citizen of Ghana. Oh, okay, that's only right. Yeah, that makes sense. He got a little sense. Mayor Karen Wellswell, Mayor Karen Bass is more kin to La Raza. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Y'all welcome to hit the chat. I mean, get on the live. Madon, my brethren.
Yo, Cam, salute. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, man. Salute, God, bro. God King. How you doing, brethren?
Oh man, I can't complain, man. I'm just maintaining, man. Just hey man, this January, hey, it's been a hell of a January, I tell you that.
Oh yeah, hell is the word. It's the operative word with all the hellfire. You know what I'm saying? Or the hell of ice cold snowstorms, and half of the country is frozen, the other half on fire. So that's what a way to kick off 2025 January.
Yeah, most definitely, because we got snow down here. I'm in Central Bama. Shit, we got snow way down here. Woke up this morning,
My bad. I'm in the comments. You said Alabama got snow too?
Yeah, we got snow down here where I'm at. I'm in Central Alabama. We got it wasn't no big snow, but it was enough to, put a damper on people parade,
Right. Trying to find out, says he means, who is he? I guess that's Will Swell. Say this ninja just be talking. What ninja is that? Will Swell, hop on the live. You got my attention now. You said this ninja just be talking. Are you talking about me? Who are you talking about? Because now I'm required to get on the live within 3 minutes, or you're gonna have to be gone forever. So I want to know. I want to have a conversation because I think you said something about and he said he means Karen Bass favors Latinos. Oh, that's La Raza. Oh, okay. I don't know nothing about that, but I'm interested in this ninja just be talking. So hop on the live within 3 minutes, or Imad Jabril gonna rent you out of here forever. You'll be in the sunken place forever. So sorry I got to do that, but I'm not sorry. My bad, Madon.
Oh no, you good, man. You got to straighten them out. You know what I'm saying? You got to straighten them out when they talk like that. I feel you.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make money off of. I'm gonna make a little money, a few dollars off you, content wise.
Already.
So I'm just gonna let you know it's a lose for you, especially if you don't want to show your face or whatever. So I don't know what this ninja just be talking mean, but now we all want to know. Inquiring minds and ears and eyes want to know. On Well Swell, what ninja just be talking? How often you be watching me if you talking about me to know that I just be talking? Because the people that know me know that I don't be talking. Talking is the least thing I do. So I would, I don't know. I'm just on that energy. That's what I'm fasting for. Be careful. Be careful. What up, Malika? Salute. It's good. I'll be wanting them to show up. I don't even want to rent you out. I want you to show up, show your face like I'm showing my face, and let's get it in. Let's get the people what they want to see. But they don't show up. They 304 up. What's your thoughts about this subject right here? Your boy Mark Zuckerberg says that Biden administration called his employees all during the pandemic and screamed and cursed at them to take down, that virus content. They wanted Meta to censor memes too. We pushed back though. The Biden regime started investigating his companies. It was brutal. So this is according to this Satan right here, Mark Zuckerberg. He's doing an interview on Joe Rogan, on the Joe Rogan podcast. So do we believe that? Do we want to believe that he just got bullied by the Biden administration? Mr. Zuckerberg, small hat, powers that control Biden. Do we want to believe that or no?
Yeah, that's one in the balance, man. I don't know, man. It's like I kind of, but at the same time, knowing his knowing who he is and for what he is, it's hard for me to trust any devil. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you don't supposed to trust no devil. But sometimes they tell the truth about whatever their interest is, and sometimes they don't. But if it affected us, especially financially, because a lot of people was making money off of social media, and once you started sending algorithms out and censoring and blocking and taking people's pages and all of that, you said that you was doing that under the pressure of the Biden administration. The Biden administration, the one that controls them is your uncles and them. That's your people. That's the small hats, the Zionists. So you saying that you was getting bullied by your own uncles and shit? I don't believe that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't believe that, man, because I think he was just part of it. He was part of it. Now he got caught with his hand in the cookie jar, so to speak. He want to try to, play victim.
Right. Cal Dog 73, Karen Bass is for LaRasa. I mean, that's cool. I don't. Does that mean she's not for blacks? Shit, the United States is Mexico. I mean, California is especially, man. Why wouldn't she be for LaRasa? You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with that? That's the biggest, especially if you're a politician, that's the biggest population of the whole, side of the United States. And all of this used to be Mexico. Y'all forgot the pilgrims. Y'all forgot the Euro pilgrim conquistador pillagers is the one that robbed and enslaved us and did whatever they did to drive the Native Americans out and to conquer them and mix their blood and produce Mexicans in the first place, and then stole all of this land from the Mexicans and drove them south of the border. No, all of this, all of the half of the United States, from the Pacific Ocean to the Midwest, all of that was Mexico, right? So if we fighting for our reparations and for our, rights to go back to Africa and get what land really belonged to us, and she's in Ghana, she's not in Mexico, she in Ghana. So I don't know what she was there for, but that's something for y'all to look into. Yeah, she. If I was the mayor of Los Angeles and the majority population was Mexicans, I would be for LaRasa too, because I got to be for everybody, but I have to be for the majority. That's who voted you in, is the majority. This is not a spiritual position. You expecting her and these politicians to have spiritual morals? No, they got politic morals. They got who is the mass population, you know what I'm saying, that I got to please, that I got to do for. Because if ninjas got together and was unified, then she would be pushing and banging. She would have to be forced to do for us. But we all against each other and against her. And like, dang, ain't nobody got to respect us because we don't respect ourselves. We not unified enough. Get unified, and then she'll obey you. She'll submit. All these crackers will submit. The small hats will submit. Everybody will submit. But we ain't doing that. So we ain't got no right to complain. But I don't know what she was doing. I don't know who she siding with. She could be siding with Satan, in bed with Satan for all I know. I'm just putting facts out there. I don't know. I know she was in Ghana. I know what Ghana just said about embracing African Americans to come there and be citizens. And I know that Ghana got set on fire You know what I'm saying? Before Los Angeles got set on fire. That's what I know.
Yeah, yeah, that was interesting. I didn't know that. She had went to Ghana. Well, I knew she went to Ghana. I heard the news. I saw a news reporter was pretty much badgering her or just harassing her down the hallway or something, asking her why she was over there doing this and
Yeah, I
that.
think she was just getting off a plane. I wouldn't answer his questions neither though, because he sounded like he was London or British or for some other country. Nigga, I don't act. This is my politics. What you ain't even a citizen of the United States and shit. You ain't got the right to ask me shit about Los Angeles. I wouldn't answer this shit neither. If it was a black person or something that's from Los Angeles, then I would have answered. But just some dude that I knew was trying to gaslight and trying to make me go viral by trying to put me on a hot seat or whatever. I ain't got nothing to say to you. I did the same thing, but no, I would have cussed him out. I would have just told him, nigga, you ain't even from here. Nigga, I'm what I got to say, I'm gonna say to my own people, the actual natives and residents of my city.
Yeah,
that's
she
what
did
I
it
would have
good.
said.
Yeah, I think she did right by being on hush. You know what I'm saying? He ain't make no money off that one.
Right.
Well, he might have made
what you think about this picture right here? Can you see it?
Oh man. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
Right. So look at all these people shaking hands and giggling and smiling. And these are the people that we was fighting our own family members and own friends and own spouses and own workmates and breaking relationships and breaking friendships for. And they was allegedly and probably still is allegedly trying to delete each other. They camps is trying to delete each other, but they know how to sit together civilized like that. It ain't no FU cuss outs. It ain't no scraps pulling weaves off and wrestling over the aisles or nothing like that. Why do they know how to do that? And they make it all, they're all multi-million, 100 millionaires or billionaires. And we broke as F and fighting over them. Do they look like they fighting over us? Do they look like any of them is fighting over us?
Not at all. That look like, to me, that's what you call smiling and beguiling at its finest. Like, damn. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's crazy.
Let me get this off of here. I see. Somebody said that Karen Bass, the Marcus, Karen Bass is LGBT. Is she? I don't know. I have no clue. I don't know nothing about her. You know, other than she's supposed to be the mayor of Los Angeles County and she's supposed to be a black woman. But it wouldn't surprise me. It would be right in line with, you know, why they would make her the mayor in the first place. You know, everybody that wants Kamala Harris and wants so much women's power and all that, then yeah, I believe that. I don't know if it's true. Obama was definitely pushing that rainbow agenda to Africa and to us and to, you know, to the world. So how does the Lord feel about that? Like I said, the Lord's symbol is the rainbow. The Lord's symbol of destroying, mass deleting the whole population, which he never did in the history of the Bible, but he started out the whole book. He started out in Genesis, mass deleting the whole population. And he's the one introduced the symbol of the rainbow, according to y'all that believe in God. So it's no coincidence that it's so much this rainbow activity associated with this last judgment by fire and not water, but fire this time. So, and being the end of grace and all that stuff that I've been screaming, you know what I'm saying? So just something to keep our eyes on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Let me push this up here one more time. Here's the StreamYard link for anybody that wants to get on. I'm not going to be on here for very long because my energy is kind of low. Now, I feel good. I feel very good. You know what I'm saying? But I'm very drained. So, inshallah, God willing, it's time for me to go on and break my fast tomorrow on January 11th. Tomorrow would make a complete 34 years birth anniversary on my born again day from when I became a registered citizen member of my own nation, the Nation of Islam. I got registered. I got my ex and got registered in the Nation of Islam on January 11th, 1991. So tomorrow will be the 34th complete year, and 34 means a whole lot in these here NOI streets. 34 problems, 3 years, 4 months. You know, it's a whole lot attached with that I'm still digesting, that's been shown to me. And time is up, you know, for the wicked. Time is never up for the righteous. It's the beginning of time for us, the end of time for them. So don't ever lump yourself in the same boat, the same bucket. When you hear the end of the world, ain't no end of the world. It's the end of the devil's world, end of the wicked world, end of the trifling, finesse, and betrayal, you know what I'm saying, world. It's the end of that being successful. Every time somebody does that now, especially against the righteous, instant calamity, instant cursing. Nothing is going to work right, or, you know, be able to slide and go years or whatever without getting the curse or getting the consequences. It's going to happen immediately. And all praise is due to Allah, our supreme most high self, in the flesh and in the blood. Shelby Hawkins, I wonder why mainstream Sunni Islam rejects the NOI. Shit, why do everybody reject the NOI? Why do ninjas reject the NOI? Because especially when we calling for it, like, give me the receipts, give me the proof, give me the justification on why anybody, especially our own people, will reject the NOI. I'm steadily calling for that. Steady calling for that challenge, that fade, them receipts, that discussion, that respectful, loving, reasoning together session, and I never get it. I never get it because they know if they actually have a conversation with us like that, then they're going to get convicted. They're going to get shown up for being weak or a hypocrite or, you know, loving sin themselves, or addicts, or, you know what I'm saying, or they got dirt under their belt that they don't, you know. So I'm not going to press you. That's between God and you. But you won't be able to say you don't know. And you didn't know where to go and what you were supposed to do and who you were supposed to follow. And you ain't going to be able to say none of that. So do what you like. Do what you like. Yeah. Yeah, man. I had to do it, Rube. Yeah. Man, this is the longest I ever went. I was intending to do 10 days, but then I got certain little signs, you know, to align with the nation and with the save. I mean, you know, with our Savior, with the Lord, that I need to just do the natural number of completion, the universal number of completion, which is 9. So I intended to start it out doing. Well, shit, I started out just to do 3. Wound up being 10, then I broke it back down to 9. So God willing, I'm gonna just break my fast tomorrow, which is the 9th day, which is my born day, spiritual born day. So, you know, we'll see what coins and treats and ammunitions and, you know, jewels that the Lord has blessed me to collect these past 9 days from the spirit realm, from the power of God's secret stash arsenal. So I'm definitely gonna be opening my gifts and shit and playing with them, testing them out. Salute G from the Bay, Elmatic. Salute Robert Epps, Invent. Salute Shelby. Why fellow a bunch of Arabs? That's sad. Why follow? Oh, I guess you said follow. Why follow a bunch of Arabs? Who's a bunch of Arabs? Who's following a bunch of Arabs? Shelby. So now this is what we're gonna need, Shelby. You know, because I don't think that you really coming with no foul energy or nothing like that. But the way things work here now, with Brother KAM running this arc, this YouTube Noah's Ark, is when you make statements or you type statements like that, then I have to force you to either get on the live and have a conversation with me about those claims, show your face and your voice, or I have to get rid of you. The lynch mob, Adrian Martinez and Jabril and Elmatic, they're going to be competing to carve you up and get you up out of here. I don't want them to do that. I want you to get on here with me and actually have the conversation where you can show me why Islam and all monotheisms is wrong. Please do that, or I value you. I really respect you. I'm not BSing or nothing, because if you can prove that, then you're going to have to now. You're going to have to. So within 3 minutes, I need you to get on this live with me and do that. And like I said, it's all respect and love, but you can't. I can't allow you to make statements like that and you don't show up. If you 304 up, you got to go. All hoes got to go. So if you don't show up, you know what I'm saying, you got to go. Cuts by KD. Walaikum salam. Great inspiration, bro. Got to strive to fast at least 3 days. Yeah, do it. Not for me. I'm just showing it can be done. You're not gonna get sick and die and all that kind of. You're just gonna get skinny. Some of us need to get skinny. Some of us need to lose weight. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the first benefits. Of course, it's gonna be to lose weight and whatever diseases or whatever, poison or germs or whatever that's in your blood is going to get attacked and killed right away, and you're going to be peeing it out and sweating it out and boo-booing it out and all of that. But the real benefits is the mental power, the God mental power benefits. I want to say spiritual benefits, but that's too spooky. I be trying to stay away from them old, false Christianity concept words. It's really mental power. It's really the God power of the human being, which is mental power. So please show up though. Well, I guess that's not gonna happen. Ruben say tickets please. Tickets to the showdown or the hoedown. The showdown or the hoe up. Yeah, hoe up or showdown or I don't know. I ain't got the energy to clown like that. I just want to get straight to it. I want to be challenged, but if you challenge me, show up. I'm trying to connect. Are you trying to connect? All you got to do is follow the link. So I'm here. It's not hard. All you got to do is click the StreamYard link, and it's going to give you all of the prompts to get here. And this is Hotel 7. We leaving the lights on for you. We waiting for you. Time is of the essence. Edward Hill. Salute, Ed. Tapping in. G from the Bay. Tick, tick. Tick, tock, tick. Man, I tell you, man. But he had this to say, why follow I guess that's supposed to be follow. Why follow a bunch of Arabs? I could show you why Islam and all monotheisms is wrong. And then he says, I'm trying to connect. It's not that hard. But I'm glad you're trying. So I don't believe there's no excuse. We waiting. So don't wrench him out, y'all. Don't wrench him out. But no more comments from you, Shelby. And if you can't get on, don't wrench him out. I just, I want to believe you're telling the truth, that you're trying to connect. You know what I'm saying? Don't wrench him out, but I'm gonna remember you. I'm not gonna ever allow you to comment again until you figure out how to go live, how to get on this live. If you comment again, then I gotta just get you out of here, because we don't want to hear what's wrong and what's going wrong or whatever. Just figure it out, and we won't. I'm not gonna wrench you, because I believe you. I want to believe you. You know what I'm saying? But just don't make no more comments until you're able to get on. Gooch the Great, Abdul Akbar in the building. Big Tone, Kingdom United TV in the building. Salute to y'all. Madan, any thoughts come to mind, my brother?
Yeah, man. Well, I've been thinking a lot, man. Just on the fires, how you showed the connection. I mean, well, you didn't show the connection, but you show how one took place in Ghana, then one happened here. Picture with the presidents, all of them sitting at Carter's. I forgot exactly what that. Yeah, funeral. You know, it's the different thing that's going on and taking place, man. You know, just let us know we got to keep our eyes peeled and be able to see behind the veil a lot of these things that's going on. You know, so it's we live in an interesting time, man. Like, you know, that's the beauty and the sadness of it. I guess it's like the bittersweet kind of, so to speak.
What's bitter about it?
Well, you know, the bitter part is, I guess, accepting the fact that things happen, times change, people change, things get rearranged, like loss of life, all these different things that's taking place, like within the world. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like bitter. It's
Right.
like, but then it's like at the same time, but if you believe in prophecies, so to speak, you know, it's for retribution and a lot of things. You know, it's like, hey, listen, these are the, you know, or maybe,
Right.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Right. This is something that I also was thinking, and I'm glad Jabril reminded me of it. Los Angeles right now looks like the Gaza Strip recently. Ain't that something? And it's something how we've been the bully and funding and financing and contributing weapons and all of that to so many groups and so many countries that made their, you know, we made their countries and their towns look like Los Angeles is looking right now. Who is the god that bombed out Los Angeles? Was it HARP? Was it their own people? Was it some white scientists that was just decide we want to just tear up our own luxury shorefront $33 million mansions? You know what I'm saying? Who is the God that did that to them? I said that yesterday, and I want to reiterate that for all my people who love to worship their former slave masters and worship their power and their wealth, their media, worship their technological so-called abilities or whatever. I'm challenging y'all too, because I'm so tired and finished with listening to my people give the credit of God and the credit of having power over the forces of nature, giving it to the former slave masters people, but never ever tried to consider giving it to the original black gods. You know what I'm saying? Not the ninjas, but the black gods that never became ninjas. Those 12 or 24 elders that you claim you believe in the Bible. Then you don't got a clue who it is. So I want to talk about that, and thank you, Jabril Ahmad, about that, you know, for reminding me of that comparison, because it do look like Gaza. It do look like Afghanistan. It do look like Libya. It do look like Iraq. It do look like Iran. You know what I'm saying? And maybe, well, I'll just leave it at that. 15:28, and when your Lord said to the angels, this is the Quran, chapter 15, verse 28. And when your Lord said to the angels, I'm going to create a mortal of sounding clay, of black mud, fashioned into shape. Yep. And when I breathed into him of my own spirit, so to speak, then bow down to him, make obeisance to him. You ain't supposed to bow down to nobody but Allah. So why is Allah telling us to bow down to a man unless he put himself in that man? But that's a whole different conversation for anybody that wants to be a theologist or debate or whatever with me. So he's saying, so when I, Allah, have made him, the black man, complete and breathed into him of my spirit, fall down, making obeisance to him. Right? As above, so below. Right? So it's both ways. That's what we did to the Adamic race in the beginning, when we gave them power and dominion to rule us, the original people and all life on the planet for the last 6,000 years. But then after that, he used that same declaration, you know, after I have completed him in the furnace of affliction and the fire of hell and purified him of this Adamic devil germ that has been ravaging him for the last 6,000 years, multiplying the wickedness and the negativity until he mutated. I use that to mutate him and make him complete in righteousness. And now I can breathe into him of his natural essence, my spirit, meaning my knowledge, wisdom, understanding, revelation, and my power, then all people is going to fall down, making obeisance to him the same way that I made them submit to the Adamic race for the last 6,000 years. But this ruler is the natural universal ruler who started it in the beginning and who's going to complete it on into eternity. There's no end to this rule, to his rule. Right. So it's a lot that I can go into. Squab cooks, those people only have earth power, not universal power. Well, they don't even have earth power. Like, earth power is universal power. Earth is ours. Earth is divine. Earth is the heaven, the first heaven. So earth is a universal power and a power point. It's the wicked world and the wicked systems that we allowed the Satans and the devils to set up and establish on the earth. Right? So their power is not even of earth. Their power is of the opposite. Earth is functioning off of truth and righteousness and beauty and harmony. Their rule and their nature is not even that. So there's nothing wrong with earth power. Earth power is God power. But devil power is something else. The negative expression of God is something else. That's still of God, but it's the opposing force that had to be allowed to fully express itself so that we can mutate it or multiply it and make it become a positive. Negative times negative equals positive. So it took 6,000 years of multiplying the negative to finally purify the God himself and to purify us, physical and his creations. Cow dog fires started because they need that land for 2028 Olympics. Come on, bro. Cow dog. Come on, bro. Yeah, y'all, no disrespect. I love y'all, man, but lay off the weed or the alcohol or whatever it is that we be on, because this is a serious, scholarly, fact-based receipt type, podcast that I be doing. And we gotta think, man, who's going to participate in the Olympics at, so you wiping out, this is all rich white people, rich and powerful political white people's land that got burnt up. So who's clearing it out? So who can go to the Olympics? So who can, you think they worried about a seat at the Olympics? They worried about the seat in their living room that used to exist. The seat on their 5 Bentleys that got burnt up in their garage. Or the seat at the State Farm's home insurance office that the fire insurance office that they ain't finna get compensated for. They ain't worried about no goddamn Olympics.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Was that 1942, Sarat? Walaikum salam. Didn't the wheel first show up over PCH, Pacific Coast Highway? No, I think that was the Battle of LA. Was that 42 or was that 47? The Battle of LA? It might be 42, but yeah, that's interesting. I didn't remember that. Yeah, I think it was 1942, the Battle of LA over that coast, the West Coast, Malibu and all of that. Santa Monica, Malibu, all of that. Thank you for that. I'm gonna look into that. You see the tree there, still there. Yeah, 1942. Yeah. How can a wildfire not take down trees? They did take down trees. It did take down trees. I don't know, man. I don't know what we be looking at. I don't know what we would be believing in. Did you see all them? What you say, Madonna?
I think what they're saying is that the fire was moving in mysterious ways. That's what I got out of that.
I mean, who's a fire specialist? Which one of us are firemen and fire specialists that knows how fires and winds is supposed to make fires move?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I put up my post yesterday on Instagram about who do you believe controls the wind? Because you're so quick to give the credit of rain and hail and earthquakes and tornadoes and hurricanes and all this kind of stuff to white people, white scientists. And HARP just began in 1993. So who was doing all this before 1993? And why would they steer the winds to tear up their own baller shit, like their own baller? Hey man, but I guess even if I ask the question, that's just rhetorical because I definitely don't rely on you to give me an accurate answer with no receipts. So that's just like a rhetorical, sarcastic question. You know what I mean? Right. And there's a scientific fun fact. Many trees still have water in them. So what parts of the trees do you think is supposed to burn up? That's why they spraying water on the roofs of them wooden roofs, because if there's just a little bit of water in it, it's not going to burn up. Parts of the tree that's dry will burn, but why would the tree burn up? It's not the summertime. You know what I'm saying? If the trees are standing and they're alive, that mean they got water in them. So, I don't know what we think. The house is going to burn immediately because the wood that makes up them houses ain't got no water in them. But maybe, I don't know. I don't know what we be thinking. Maybe it's just questions, educated questions that you're just trying to find out right now. Did they tear up the black community? Or Jason Boynton says to tear up the black community, to buy up the land. They did it in Miami. What part of the ghettos was affected by this fire? The hoods is not affected by the fire. The hoods didn't get burnt up. Pacific Palisades, Sunset, Hollywood Hills, Malibu, that's what got burnt up. It didn't hit the hood. It didn't hit the black neighborhood. I mean, Pasadena, some parts of Pasadena and Altadena, but that's still Rose Bowl. That's still good old white boy territory. But I don't even want to get into that. You know what I'm saying? We just, I don't know. Y'all know better than me. How about that? Y'all got it. Y'all know better than me. Y'all know better than me. Right, God in the flesh. Why doesn't tornadoes and fires hit the hood? Exactly. Great question. If you got all this HARP and chemtrails and all the stuff that they targeting us, they want to get rid of us so bad. Why they can't get rid of us? They've been trying for 400 years. Is that hard? Especially with all this new UFO technology, all this new HARP, God powers over the forces of nature technology. They can't get rid of ninjas. The best job they did was with the Fauci juice for the last 3 or 4 years. But that wasn't no forces of nature. That was some forces of lies, politics, forces of media. It tricked our ass and scared us into a frenzy. That wasn't no forces of nature. That was a Daffy Duck trick that we fell for.
Yeah, that was...
What'd you say?
No, I was just saying, I think it was amazing how fast it just, it was like, wow, man, like, I didn't, fire, it's like, hey, man, it's powerful, man, how quick it just eradicated that area like that, man. That's crazy.
I mean, it's in the book. Like if you're familiar with Solomon, like the Bible and the Quran, the Book of Solomon, it said that God put the power of the winds under Solomon's made it submissive to Solomon, where he could command the winds. You know what I'm saying? And they allegedly found some dude. They was trying to blame a Mexican looking dude as being the cause of the arson that he started the fire because he had a blowtorch. He was like a homeless Mexican dude. So they was trying to pin it on somebody, black or Mexican, right? But then it turns out they just had a press conference or whatever today saying that it wasn't enough evidence to conclude that he was responsible for that. But look what they try to do. Just look what they try to do with Farrakhan and NOI regarding the New Orleans ISIS black Muslim incident, terrorist incident or whatever. You see what they trying to do. They trying so hard to take Allah's people down with them because they're getting exposed for being the masterminds and the devils and the Satans behind all this activity. And when they see that God is whooping on their ass, you know, they want to say it's aliens or drones or it's HARP or, you know, anything but what it really is. It's the flesh and blood black gods whooping your ass. And it just has begun. Has just begun. So you're not hearing my story change, none. You ain't heard my story change in 34 years. You know, and I'm a follower of my savior, the Messiah, Farrakhan. You ain't heard his story change in 70 something years. So why everybody else's story changing? The person that you thought was the candidate you wanted to vote for, now you changing. Or I like the Democrat, now you changing. Or I like this. Why are you changing so much and we ain't never changed? Why are we standing on our business your whole life? And then once we show you the receipts, then you want to change. Well, I don't really believe in politics anyway. And, you know, there ain't no, all these they all crackers. And, well, we was telling y'all that for the last 70 years, though, 90 years or some shit. So it is what it is, you know. Ninjas gonna ninja, devils gonna dev, and 304's gonna 304.
Most definitely, man. You ain't lying. That's crazy work. But yeah, the proof is out. We can see it, man. I mean, if you can't see it now, I think you just, you just playing the fool, I guess. You don't see it.
Yeah, we know better. Robert Epps say Allah sent a tornado towards my house in 2017, and I thought it was going to hit my house, but at the last minute, Allah lifted the tornado over my house and it went up the street and destroyed a church. Yeah, that's interesting. Interesting. The real Aaron Collins, salute, Big A. I see you. Elmatic say I'm a tropical people, bruh. Caliph, what up, Caliph? Peace. I see you. Yeah, we finna see it all now. We finna see stuff that we never seen before. So buckle your seatbelts. Prepare your heart and your mind for some very stressful, very terrifying things, because since they want to claim that we're terrorists, no, the real terrorist, if you believe in God, the God of the Bible and the Quran, is God. Your God and his angels are the greatest terrorists in the history of the universe. Don't worry about, a little dude over here or a little dude over there. No, or a little organization. Nobody terrorizes human beings and widespread delete human beings without a cause. Women, children, babies, elderly, you name it, outright, like the God you claim to believe in. And even if the white man is the God you believe in, he do it too. You know what I'm saying? So since we talking terrorists, let's talk terrorists, shall we? Is there such thing as righteous terrorists? Is all terrorism evil and wicked? Or is terror just a adjective? Being terrified, is that just a verb or an adjective? Does that really have any good or evil significance to it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who terrorizes and terrifies and destroys more than God? The devil don't. According to your own Bible, whatever scripture you believe in, the devil don't do more terrorizing and terrorism, destruction, and destruction of human life than the gods do. Tell me I'm lying. I'll wait. Your God of love. God is love. God is love. You don't hate nobody. God is love. God would never do that. Well, you don't read your Bible. You's a straight hypocrite. You's a straight loser, hypocrite 304 that's paying the pastor or probably smashing the pastor or probably, rainbowing out the game or something, because that is not in the Bible or the Quran. What I'm saying is absolutely in the Bible and the Quran. Yeah. Jack Johnson said the lessons said rise above equality. You mean, huh? The lesson said rise above equality and the emotional plane. Can you build on that? No, it don't say that. I can't build on what it don't say. You might need to rewrite that, Jack Johnson. The lessons don't say that. So I can't build on something that don't exist. Bro, see, God says he loved Jacob and hates Esau. Yeah, he definitely says that you got to love your mother or hate you. So, he say that all, but now you can't even quote the Bible now. Now the Bible is anti, S word. Can't even quote what Jesus said about Revelations 2 and 9 and Revelations 3 and 9. Revelations, your Jesus said, talking to them people, you are of your father, the devil. The devil. He was a liar from the beginning, the father of lies. There's no truth in him. And the lust of your father, these devils, you shall do. Sadducees and Pharisees and scribes, aka small hats. That's what the Bible say. That's what all these presidents swear in on, right? The Holy Bible. Who made that illegal? Could it be the small hat influence, the small caps influence over politicians and over the government that made now that's a hate crime to quote the Bible? That's hate speech. Now the Bible is hate speech. Well, these are the same people that don't believe in the Bible. They believe in the book they wrote, the Talmud, the Babylonian Talmud. So now they make you a domestic terrorist if you quoting the Bible that you got whipped into for the last 400 years. Then I got whipped into this shit. Now I'm a hater and shit if I quote what I got whipped into that y'all benefited. Y'all 10% bloodsuckers of the poor was right there, helping organize and construct and be the architects of the transatlantic slave trade and all these slave houses and auctioneer blocks and all of that. And you made sure they helped break us and brainwash us with this Christianity Bible teaching. But now once we waking up and we know how to quote it and put it in context and serve it back to you in the real way, with the real meaning, and now it's hate speech. Now we can't even quote the Bible. We can't even quote what Jesus say. Hot damn. We can't even quote Jesus.
Yo, that's real, Ken. You can't even quote Jesus. No more.
Quote Jesus no more. Jesus is anti-Semitic. Man. That's how you know it's the end. That's how you know we at the end.
Yeah, man, it's amazing. Yeah, we're in the height of hypocrisy, though, man. For real, for real.
Yeah,
it's great.
Rob, RA Music. What's the condition with I guess that's Scientology. What's the condition with Scientology and Nation? Somebody brought that up. Can you build? You got to ask the question more. You one of my day ones, Rob Music. You either got to rewrite that more specifically or hop on the live with me, because I don't actually know specifically what you're asking. And here's the StreamYard link. When you come, Bro C says, when you come and get your ex, your enemy knows you have extreme self-love. Yeah, when you become a registered Muslim or a registered member of your own nation, Muslim just means your nature, your natural self. But when you become a wide awake warrior that's in love with the knowledge and the power of yourself, and you trying to tap back into it, then yeah, Your enemy absolutely knows that you have extreme self-love, so they have to come against you with everything they got and leave not a stone unturned in trying to stop any help from coming to you and you know unity or people hearing you, because they know you're absolutely magnetic. And people that hear you is automatically going to gravitate towards you, not to be their leader or nothing, but they just going to be so satisfied, you know what I'm saying, with what they hear you saying and the way that you delivering it, and you know that they're going to add what you bring to the table to their, you know, their arsenal. And that's what we're supposed to be doing, sharing, not charging. I'm not charging nobody for information. I love to share what I think I know and what I think I understand and what I think I can prove. And you can benefit from it. What you do with it is your business. Ask D Fair, KAM in the Nation, is it a requirement to sell the final call? No, not necessarily like that. Depends on what you do for a living. If you do, you know, other work and you might not even have time to do that, but you should definitely do it, because the whole point is to disseminate, you know, to get out the information to our people, and that gives us excuse to go door to door, to get in the streets with our people, looking good, you know, sounding good, representing a righteous army. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta, well, all the time with us, you gotta make visual demonstrations on a regular basis to show a force of brotherhood and strength and unity and honor and respect and love and righteousness and, you know, spiritual discipline and all of that. And that's what we go out there for, because, you know, of course, a lot of people, our people don't even read. We look at pictures or whatever, but some of us read or whatever, but it's really us. It's the brothers out there on the street that they really read. Just like me, you know what I'm saying? You might hear what I'm saying, or you might look at the title. I ain't really talking about the title or whatever. You're talking about receipts. You read me. You read my voice, you read my spirit, you read my eyes, you reading my appearance, you read me. So we're really the final call. We're really that information or that paper in the flesh that we're supposed to get out and let the people read us, question us, challenge us, express support for us. You know, we got to be out there hands-on with the people. So that's the paper just gives us the excuse to do that. Rube said, and some of the weak, such and such will give up Jesus to keep from being called anti-stem cell. Anti-stem. Rob Music, I seen you backstage, but it said your camera you need to set your camera up and your microphone. So RA Music, it said you needed to set up your camera and your microphone. But I seen you backstage, but I seen you just left. Robert, it's easy to sell the papers. You just got to be trained to do it. It takes faith to sell the papers. No, it don't. You can give them away. Just get out there with the people. Just talk to the people. It's really about just talking to the people. Some people don't need to sell paper. You might buy the papers and give the amount to, you know, to the mosque, and just get out there, you know, in a show of unity with the brotherhood. Because a lot of people, if you feel like you under the pressure of trying to sell something, you know, we already got a funny reaction to that. Some of us are salesmen. We could sell anything. We like that exercise, but other ones, like, I don't want to look like I'm selling nothing. So just get out and do your little quota, pay your little, you know, due pay, you know, FOI dues, and pay for your papers or whatever. You just want to get out there and, you know, give them away, and, you know, talk to the people, you know. It's just about getting the information and getting the regular visual demonstration, and so the people know that you're there for them. You're out there for them with something new, something that's information that they can use. So, because a conversation with each individual, we really not supposed to even stay and converse with, you know, when we out in the field pushing, like with our people for more than 5 minutes. So, but if I leave you this paper, which represents me, you can have way more than 5 minutes with this paper. When you go home, you can, you know, and next time you see me, then, you know, we can do more fire. You know what I'm saying? It's just a building of rapport and relationship, you know, planting righteous seeds of brotherhood and respect with our people. not judging them, not condemning them. We're not church. We're not, no disrespect. We're not Jehovah Witnesses or nothing like that. We black soldiers from this black wars experience. So we just got to get out and, you know, and show and prove that. So that's really what that's about. Yeah. Real Aaron Collins, I thought that the fruit were mainly the ones who sold the paper. Yeah, all males of the NOI are the fruit. That's every male of the Nation of Islam is the fruit of Islam. So yeah. So when you say fruit of Islam, that means any and every male member of the Nation of Islam, citizen is a FOI. So yeah, that's what that means. Max D Fair, when we join the FOI, we are accepting a mission, and that mission includes getting the final call to the people, right? Yeah. So that's like it ain't even boot camp or basic training, but that's the base. That's the base that obligation that we got to do, because that's the information coming directly from God in person and his Mahdi and Messiah. So those of our people that might be functionally illiterate and don't know how to read, you know what I'm saying, but they still got something to hold on to. They can even practice reading, or it might lead them to the Final Call website or something like that, where they can hear audio versions or whatever. But it's just, you know, it's a lot of psychology to getting out in the paper. I mean, getting out with the paper and getting out, being unified and representing something bigger than your individual self. So we attracted to strength and power and unity. We you know, the males, and we get that. You know what I'm saying? This is a brotherhood. This is an army. This is a nation that is absolutely that. I'm not saying that it's not no FBI, COINTEL agents and hypocrites and all that still in there, but that's part of the training. Part of the training is to recognize and identify that, and still push and still do what you got to do in spite of those type of people, and don't become one yourself. It's just like fruit. You know, we fruit of Islam, we fruit, but when you see one fruit like an orange or a lemon or whatever get molded, you know what I'm saying, and it's in a bag full of other oranges or lemons that's not yet molded, what you got to do? You separate, you know what I'm saying? You got to get them away from you, you know what I'm saying, before the whole bunch get spoiled or molded. R.A.
What's up, bro? How you feeling? Assalamu alaikum.
Man, wa alaikum salam, man. I'm blessed. How you doing?
I'm doing good, bro. I got great history with the nation. I was blessed in Seattle in 1990 to sit in the minister's room, man. So I have a lot of respect. He woke me up, man. So what I gotta ask, man, I met this sister tonight. I was talking, and she said something like, Farrakhan preaches Scientology. I said, where does it say that, man? I said, well, I know I'll be watching you almost every night. I said, I'm going to bring that up to you. I said, where are they getting this misconception? Or am I confused or I'm losing something? I don't know, bro.
Nah, you can find all them answers on YouTube. All them answers is on YouTube. So Farrakhan preaches Islam. Farrakhan preaches the black man and woman is God, and freedom, justice, and equality, and the power of the human being. We do have a alliance with the Church of Scientology. That's on our terms. That's not on their terms. Just like we had alliances with American Nazi Party, the KKK, you know, all kind of white government groups, Muslim Shriners and Freemasons. We got connections with a lot of people. That don't mean we follow them. They follow us, if anything. You know what I'm saying?
Amen, bro. Because I'm a heavy Master Farah Muhammad, you know, Elijah Muhammad. I said, I have never ever heard this. When she brought it up, I said, where's the proof of this? I said, anything that might take some of the teaching, or I don't know, but the black man is God and the black woman is goddess. That's what I know. That way I ain't heard nothing different. I ain't heard no Scientology. I heard Islam. All, you know, all my
Scientology. What you got to tell me what Scientology. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about anybody that criticizes or makes some wild accusations or claims. That's the ones I'll be challenging. come up here, first of all, prove to me what Scientology is, because I know what Scientology is. I took the Dianetics course and got my certificate and all of that as a trained auditor, Dianetics auditor. You know what I'm saying? So I know exactly what it is, but I know the people that's making these accusations don't got a clue. They don't know what the hell they talking about. That's why I love just like, yeah, I won't even entertain it until they get froggy enough to actually show their face, and then you just cut them up publicly. You just make a humiliating example out of them publicly. But I'm not gonna shoot my ammunition if niggas just on the sideline, you know, and they don't want to step up and really fade me live. You know what I'm saying? But
So
what information should any black person be scared of?
none of it. All of it is, as long as you have the foundation is Islam, and you know we being God and goddesses, then we can take information and build off of it. But you got your heart and soul got to be with this right here. To me, so I don't even know what Scientology or Dianetics. Maybe you can explain a little bit. I was like, what is it? I don't even know what it is. I heard it for years, but I never had nobody tell me what they believe or anything.
Scientology is the science of knowing how to know.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not about, they don't believe in no spooks and spookisms and all of that. And actually, Minister Farrakhan been studying it and practicing aspects of that since the 80s, before he ever let us know anything about it. And he saw and concluded that he believes that Master Fard Muhammad, while he was in and out of America and while he was here, before he departed in 1935, that L. Ron Hubbard was one of the people that he taught. So L. Ron Hubbard, you know, based on what Minister Farrakhan has studied before he ever brought this to us, said that he believes that Master Fard Muhammad visited and taught L. Ron Hubbard in certain sciences, because a lot of the histories and a lot of the doctrine of their belief systems or whatever line up with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's, as far as how old the earth is and people and trillions of years and this and that. And so people be like, well, he's a racist. He said something about raising on niggas or something like that. I'm like, I don't know nothing about that, but I don't care. Like, I call black people all kind of stuff. I call white people all kind of stuff, whatever. Like, what does that have to do with the information? You know what I'm saying? You can tell a tree by the fruit that it bears. So from what I witnessed, I have never seen no more disciplined, educated, scientific, united group of white people than the Scientology people, than the Church of Scientology. Me personally, I've been all over the world, and they're super feared and respected by the small hats, feared by the Gentile, just the devil, just the governments of the world, like the Vatican and all that. They're feared, right? Because they represent some different kind of understanding, and that, like I said, I believe, based on what Minister Farrakhan has revealed to us and showed us, that they were, or L. Ron Hubbard is a student to some degree of Master Fard Muhammad before he departed.
So what do they believe? That, like, we believe black man is God and goddess, and we don't believe in no spookism. So what does they actually?
They believe in the power of reforming their people, really. If I'm gonna put it in my words, it's whatever happened. This is my belief. This is my personal belief, so don't quote me. I'm not speaking for Minister Farrakhan or the nation or nothing. My personal little limited understanding so far is the same thing or similar that happened to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, of Arabia, the prophet of, that the Holy Quran was revealed to and through 1400 years ago, who the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us was a white man. Taught us that Prophet Muhammad 1400 years ago of the Quran was a white man, a white Arab, and Master Fard Muhammad's mother was a white woman, or is a white woman, right? So whatever process that the God the gods and his god angels put them through to reform them, to make them righteous and make them be able to be holy, that he offered that same teaching or methodology through L. Ron Hubbard to that people. So he's absolutely an angel to white people. He's absolutely, for those that don't want to accept you know, the stigma or the whatever, the way of Islam, you know what I'm saying? It's another way for white people to get righteous and get disciplined and burn their demons and purify their demons or their nature or whatever, and that's through following the disciplines of the Church of Scientology, which is not about religion or ghosts or spooks. It's about tapping into the powers of the human being. But they focus on themselves. You know, from my witnessing, is they're really concerned about tapping into the potential powers of the white people, their people.
There's a lot of
that they're genetically not equal with us, and L. Ron Hubbard, you know, is on record saying that all of the, you know, the Dianetics and these things that he got from the original people. He studied and went around the world and learned these sciences from the original people, the black people, the Asiatic people.
There's a lot of black celebrities into that too, though, ain't it?
Yeah, but just black celebrities in all kind of stuff. That don't mean nothing. Just because celebrities in it don't mean it's right.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, but they fall for it. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, man. Thanks for clearing that up. And another thing, man, where can we get that song that you had on your thing? I was talking about clown on my left, clown on my right. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's on. I think it's on YouTube. It might be on my YouTube page, my West Coast channel.
I'm gonna start promoting that. I like that, man. I like that's saying something, right? That's slapping in the face.
Man, you listen to the whole thing on my YouTube, West Coast Cam YouTube. The whole thing, you gonna be tripping.
Is that old, or would you do that?
Yeah, it's old. It's real old.
Man.
But you know, when you a real rapper, your raps be timeless. They sound like you just made them yesterday.
Hey, you can redo that, man.
I don't need to redo it. I just put that.
Put that out.
Yeah, it's applying today more than ever.
Definitely, man. It's getting stronger and stronger. But man, I appreciate you answering my question. You put it straight, man. And keep up the good work, man. Allah protect you and your family and your little queen that be on here. You know what I'm saying? She sounds very intelligent. I'm like, wow, man.
Man, that's the blessing.
I like
man.
that. So it's only a reflection of you. You the tree, she's the fruit. So hey, man, God bless you, bro. Keep it up, man. Allah protect you, because you know there's a lot of people ain't gonna like this message, and you know how we gotta move, bro. So assalamu alaikum, man.
Man, walaikum salam, big RA, man. Peace and blessings to you and the fam too.
All right, bro. I'm gonna be in the cut listening to you, bro. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Big Tone, you there? Tone. Oh, I gotta bring you on. Tone.
Peace.
There you go. Peace. What's good, my brethren?
What's good, Lord?
Yeah, you got it, God. What's your thoughts, man? You know what I'm saying?
What's the topic? What you building on?
Yeah, ain't no topic. I thought you wanted to speak on something. Yeah. You know. Never get on here and ask me what's the topic. If I'm bringing you on, I'm assuming that you already know something that you want to talk about.
Oh yeah, no doubt. It just because I don't want to just ramble. I try to be consistent at least to what the conversation was. So that's all. Because it was a lot of different things.
Right. When the last person I just called RA Music was asking me about people that's saying what is up with the Nation of Islam, Islam and Scientology.
Okay. Yep. I was listening.
Bro C say what we can use from Scientology is no different than what you take and use from college. Yeah, I mean, it's just ridiculous. Like, you brag about getting accepted into Harvard, which is the top Satan, devil, Freemason, skull and bones type Ivy League places, but then you want to criticize and accuse Farrakhan or the NOI because we study with Church of Scientology. Like, that's just ridiculous. Our people are just ninjas. Is just ridiculous. They disgusting, actually.
So yeah, I went to I took those programs. I didn't know I was Scientology, but I was in prison, and that was some of the free courses that was sent in, like you could get, through the mail and stuff. So I ended up getting, taking the Dianetics and, getting the certifications and some of the teachings and stuff. And I didn't see too much wrong with it. I agree with what you said with that definition of what you were saying. That was your own
Yeah, that's
opinion.
fine. That's,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm pretty good. God gave me pretty good discernment to hurry up and boil something down to see what it really is. The priority is for. It's not for us. The priority for that is not for us. But there is certain aspects of what they doing over there that is for us and was for us at a certain time, and that's the Dianetics part, not the Scientology part. If you choose, if you want to get into that, then what I'm saying, the minister said you're welcome to study whatever you want. I give you the green light if you want to study, whatever that
Right.
is and how far you want to take it, because all of it is our knowledge. But if you want to study how he constructed it, or how possibly Master Fard Muhammad guided L. Ron Hubbard to compartmentalize and construct and and lay his stuff out like he did, which is our information, because no matter what, we're gonna have to go interact and deal with people and white people and whoever to get bits and pieces of our ancient wisdom and all that back. You know what I'm saying? That's what, if anybody knows the teachings of Nation of Islam and the being born and raised of Master Fard Muhammad, and how his father trained him and raised him, he paid large sums of money. Master Fard Muhammad's father, allegedly, his name was Alfonso, paid large sums of money when Master Fard Muhammad was a little boy, and took him around the world, and and met masters that had some secret society, righteous secret societies that had knowledge about physics, or knowledge about this, or knowledge about how to control forces of nature and this and that. You're gonna have to go to people to get taught, or to regain what you lost, or what you deposited, what the guys left them with. You know what I'm saying? So to think that you just gonna, just be self-contained in your little bubble called the NOI, and you're not gonna be, having to required to travel and experiment and that's just ridiculous. It's just childish.
So Kim, if you mind me asking you, what are your personal predictions for 2025 for the United States of America?
You said what's my what?
What's your predictions for the country for this coming to 2025?
I mean, I already said it's the end of grace. All of the stuff. I can't tell you with the time frame and how. I'm not gonna get up here and say by the summertime this is going to happen and that's going to happen, but it's the end of grace, meaning all the wickedness that we do, that we used to think we got away with because we didn't see the immediate consequences for it. We're going to see the immediate consequences for it, and it's not going to be grace. Even when we saw the consequences for it, God still had grace and mercy and didn't let it fully hit us like it was due to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He gave us mercy. Even if he let us taste the consequences, it wasn't the full wrath of what we did. Right. Now he's going to let us get hit with the full wrath of what we did quickly, immediately, right after we do it, or while we're doing it.
That was a good explanation. That was a good answer. Answer that. And I agree. And I just wanted to add on to that to say, some people would say the word karma. That might resonate with some people, but what it is what Kim is saying. Grace is over. So that means karma is instant. You know what I'm saying? So you're not under a covering of protection with the gods, then, you ain't in the right standing and anything can happen. And so what you're going to see now is that a lot of people who've been hiding behind systems, that the beast system, now the beast system, it says in a lot of different scriptures how this more or less it's a changing over of a collapse. They gonna tear each other apart, because that's what's supposed to happen, so that the people who are supposed to be leading get back in position, which is the original man, who's the God of this earth. So it's not to be alarmed when you see these things. Some of it is supernatural, some of it natural, but it's supposed to happen.
Let's talk about that word supernatural right quick. What do you think is supernatural? What's your definition of supernatural?
That would be above natural, and I would say that would be the touch of God. That's when God is himself
Is
stepping
is,
in.
is God natural?
Yes.
So how is there such thing as supernatural?
I know where you're going with it. It's just something I'm just using that term and concept because people can understand that. It might
Yeah, but
help.
that's causing the confusion. So that we got to be perfect and precise with our language today. There's no such thing as supernatural, and there's no such thing as a miracle. And I understand what you're doing. We do speak the language that our people is familiar with,
Right,
but
right.
now it's time to stop that baby language and just tell them what it is, whether they want to accept it or not. There is no miracle. There is no supernatural. There's only super knowledgeable and super wisdom or power based on that knowledge. So if I know how to teleport, that's not magic. That's not supernatural. That's just I'm advanced in the science of physics and reality and time and space. You know, that's not magic. But to you is magic because you're ignorant. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's, we got to just be real now, because when we start saying that stuff, it automatically takes us into Spookville. It takes us into spooky land, and it disconnects us from our natural selves. When all of those powers are our natural abilities, we're just dead. We're mentally dead to those powers because we've been poisoned and traumatized and put to sleep.
That's a fact. So yeah, Cam, are you aware of the like the military, United States military, when they have those programs that aren't like public on the public knowledge, especially to Congress, they call those programs black programs.
Right. Yeah.
And the funding is considered black budgets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, Cam? So it'd be right there, but they studying the technology of the black God.
Absolutely. That's simple. But we don't believe that. We believe everything they say because we reading their curriculum, we looking at their media, we spending their money with their face on it. You know what I'm saying? So we still under their spell, those of us that still under their spell. But now the spell has been broken. When grace is up, the spell is broken. So anybody that remains with the devil and worshiping the devil and riding for the devil and chasing the bag and trying to be friends with the devil, then you deserve what the devil gets.
Exactly. Yeah. Collateral damage. But yeah, I'm inspired by your fast, brother. Keep, hit that 9 day. Yo, woo!
Man, you
I
see
did
it in
about.
my eyes. You see they sunk
Yo,
way
you
back in my
glowing, man. You glowing, man. You know what I'm saying? I love the transparency. I just wanted to tap in with you, salute you.
Yeah. I love you. I'm glad I ain't got to apologize to you for a while.
Yeah, nah, man. I put the sword away tonight, man. But I'm gonna jump back in the chat. I appreciate you letting me hop on real quick, brother.
Man, always, Tone. You VIP, you're God here, and whenever you want to talk, I'm gonna bring you up immediately.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man.
All
Love.
right, Tone. Love. C style. Can a member of the Nation of Islam have a white wife? Yes. The question is, when did you get the white wife? Yes, if you already have a white wife, you already have a white wife with children, especially if you got children with the white wife, then what, you going to abandon your children? You're going to abandon your responsibility? Yeah, this is real life. This is real out here. But if you don't have one, and then you in a nation and you go get you one, then you a disbeliever, you a hypocrite. So you don't need to be in the mosque. You always a member of the nation because you black. The nation is not something that you join. The nation, is something that you was born being. But as far as a registered citizen member of, the nation, to be in the mosque and be active among the believers, no, that's not allowed. But what we did before we, woke up, God don't hold us accountable, or not accountable. He don't hold us guilty fully. We under grace. That's grace. That's why we all need grace, because we done all did some dirt. We done all did, some unforgivable sins, and so he don't hold that over our head, but he gonna make sure we be responsible and accountable for it. So if you produce children, that's one thing. Now, if you don't have no children and you have a white wife before you came into the nation, yeah, you got a choice to make. You got a real choice to make, and I'll just let y'all fill in the blanks with that. But yeah, that's a great question, C-Style. But no, we ain't anti-white. We're not anti-white. But why did you choose? Why did you choose her? You know what I'm saying? Was you mentally dead? Was you lusting? Why did you pass by all the other races and especially your own nation, your own women, to go for that? That's what you got to really ask anybody that it's a descendant of slaves that chooses the very opposite, the polar opposite race to be a spouse. The ones that enslaved us and brutalized us, like, why would you choose that? Even if the people is sweet and they're lovable and they could be righteous white people, why would you choose them as a spouse? If you know anything about the knowledge of genetics, the knowledge of reality, why would you dilute your God potency and water yourself all the way down like that, and water your offspring or whatever all the way down like that? Why? Just let me know. Is it for money? Is it for because she know how to smash good, or she know how to do this good in the bedroom? Like, I would love to know. I would love to know, and we can have a respectful, intelligent discussion about, why would you choose that over your own or any other in between? Yeah. Madon, you still there?
Yep, I'm still listening, man, for sure.
Oh man. What's your thoughts about that? Can a white member of the nation can a member of the nation have a white wife? What do you think of my answer to that?
I would say it depends on pretty much like you said. If you didn't have a knowledge of self and you already had kids and a wife, like, it's like, okay, that's understandable. You got to be responsible. But like, if you single and you coming in and then you didn't got a knowledge of self, and then you want to go out there and put a Becky on your elbow, I think it's a violation.
I mean, it's a violation of your own belief, what you claim to believe in. So that makes you a hypocrite.
Right.
Why do you claim you believe this, but you're going to do something opposite of what you claim you believe? So that proves you just a hypocrite. So we don't value hypocrites at all. We keep hypocrites away.
Yeah, I know that's real.
That's the definition. Yeah, that's the definition of a hypocrite. Edward Hill says, so a person is not woke until they join the nation. A black person ain't. And when I say join the nation, like I said, that we are already a member of the nation, the black nation. The Nation of Islam just means the black nation, period. But the specific information and teachings of the Nation of Islam under Master Father Muhammad and Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan, yes. In a nutshell, that's correct. Everybody that claims that they spiritually awoke and spiritually conscious and all of that, I would challenge and debate any of them, because they if you're talking about spirit, is that supposed to be attached to God? When you say spiritualism, are you saying that God? And if your spiritualism or your God or organizational understanding is superior to this one, then you would have produced something superior than what the Nation of Islam produced. So no matter how metaphysical and how independent God body or whatever, you are, Hotep, Kemet, Oshun, Mayat, whatever you believe in, you would have to prove it by producing a body of people that's superior to this body of people called the Nation of Islam in every aspect. So, a lot of people say, well, we got to compete and compare. Absolutely, we got to compare. We ain't necessarily got to compete, But if you claiming that what you got is better than this, then you already competing. You already challenging. So don't get mad when I ask you for the receipts. If what you say is better than this, or I don't do organized religion, all right, well, this ain't organized religion, but that's what you think it is. Whatever you do, you're not able to organize black people that you claim that you represent better than this. So let's call it to the carpet. Let's put it on the map. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is it true that Musa was punished for blowing up the mountains full of Jack Johnson? You back, huh? What did you say? Is it true that Musa or Moses was punished for blowing up the mountains full of Yakub grafts? If so, why? Can you help me better understand that? He didn't blow up the mountains. He blew up some of them, that was giving him so much trouble when he was trying to civilize them because they was fresh out the caves. They was beasts. They was in animal conditions. So they was even trying to, and I wasn't there. According to the teachings, this is according to the teachings. So this is all belief. I'm a believer in the revelation, Master Farad Muhammad, regarding the history of that people and us and Moses and what he was raised and sent to do for that people. But I can't prove it because I wasn't there. But it's absolutely the teachings that Moses was sent to raise those white people that was in the caves for 2,000 years. And he had such a hard time trying to civilize them that he got frustrated with a group of them and took them on a edge of a cliff or a hill or a mountain or whatever and did the 4th of July to him. Right. And then he got punished by the God because that's not what he was raised to do. God could have destroyed them. His job was to resurrect those white people and teach them civilization, power, and reteach them some of the technology so they can go on and fulfill their purpose, which was to rule the planet, to gain control over the original people of the planet and rule them, according to their wicked nature for the next 4,000 years, because they lost 2,000. These particular group lost 2,000 years of time, and this is the small hat group. There's another group that didn't go into the caves, that escaped because some of the original people in Mecca, Arabia, hid them. So they never went into the caves, and from my study, that appears to be the Vatican people. So the Vatican people, the Pope people, and they're the superior. Those are the most supreme in wicked knowledge of that race. And the small hats are their buffers. Buffers. The family has a lot of buffers, you know what I'm saying? So the small hats is they buffers. The Bible calls them the beasts, but he's the dragon. The dragon gives power to his little beasts, his beast nations. So America is a beast, Israel is a beast, France is a beast, Germany, but the dragon that gives power to all these beasts is, that group of people that represent the Vatican that never went into the caves, that never lost 2,000 years of technology, so they're next level. Their wisdom and their knowledge and the secrets and powers and technologies of the original man that they was able to capture and confiscate is all hidden in they custody. Not all of them, but the best that we left behind for them to see is is in the Vatican people's custody. But yeah, that story is pretty accurate. Like I said, I wasn't there, so I can't prove it to you, but that's the part that is the teachings. And the God punished Moses because he wasn't supposed to destroy them. You're supposed to raise them up, wake them up, and put them back on their purpose, put them back on their mission, which is to rule the world in wickedness as the devils. So naturally speaking, we would think that wickedness is supposed to be destroyed instead of encouraged and fed to grow. but this is the grade level of God wisdom of why he made devil in the first place. We all have to come back to that itching question. Why did God make devil in the first place? Why did he make evil in the first place? If he hates evil and he know what devils and evil is going to do to the righteous and to the planet and to all life, why did he still make it? Why did he give it power and dominion to rule for 6,000 years or 6 days, like the Bible say? You got to ask God. You got to ask yourself some mature questions. He made devil and gave devil power and dominion to rule. He made devil in his image and after his likeness. And when I say devil, I mean Adam of the Bible. I'm talking about the lower Adam. There's a above righteous black Adam, and there as above, so below. There's another opposite race Adam. He gave that Adam power and dominion to rule for 6,000 years. And that's the one that enslaved us. That's the one that's ruling right now. That's the one that contaminated and poisoned and destroyed the air, the water, the fish, the land, the people. That's the Adam. Why did God make them and give them power and teach them how to do that? That's what you got to ask. We got to be mature enough to ask that question. Don't claim God if you ain't asking that question.
Hey, that's real, Cam. I was gonna say, that's one thing we don't see the black church teach, man. They don't teach us why the devil was created. The black church teach people the effects of the devil, I guess, so to speak. You know, they don't tell you, oh, see, the devil was created to show this and this. Like y'all break it down. They'll just give you the spooky version, or more, you know what I'm saying, more spooky version. The church will.
Yeah, how can you benefit from anything mystery, anything spooky? If you can't say that these is all human beings, like I told the God Logic brother dude that was ducking and dodging and got me off the line real quick. The real teachings, you know, when the Bible say you shall know the truth and the truth will make you free. The truth is these characters of the Bible, the gods, the devils, the Satans, the angels, the evil angels, righteous angels, everybody is human beings. The beasts, the animals, all the characters that's mentioned, those are just human beings that's written about in metaphoric language or symbolic language, not literal language. It's all talking about human beings. So if you don't even know who your Lord is, if you don't even know who your enemy, you think that the devil is some ghost or spook and Holy Ghost, that's all lies. That's all tampered with, Bible tamperings by Greeks and by other people like that. It was always known and understood when the Bible was originally revealed in the Old Testament times that God was a man, a human being, flesh and blood man. But that didn't agree with the Greeks and the other pagan people's, agenda. So they start trying to take the anthropomorph from whatever ism of God and take it away and make him some mystery energy force, ghost spirit, formless mystery BS that automatically robs you of your power. You can't access, you can't realize and actualize and do nothing with a mystery God connection. Mystery spooks and angels, that's just gonna have you paranoid and shit. That's just gonna have you crazy.
Hey, that just remind me of something, man. Did you help Cube create? Remember what was that? I don't know what that was on. I think Cube did it though, where a dude was sitting on the porch or something. And Cube was like, he asked the dude, "What you doing?" The dude was like, "I'm just waiting on Jesus," or something like that.
Yeah, right.
What that was, but that remind me of that moment, man. But that's real though, man. You know, the church got our people because that.
Yeah, and the mother of the church is Catholicism. The Catholic Church is the Mecca of Christianity. You have people that protested and wanted to break off from that, and they call themselves Protestants. That's Protestants. They protested against how that was going, but it was still poison. You still, spinning off that poison, even though if you want to do poison your own way or your own different version of Christian poison, that you don't want to be under the authority of the Pope or the dragon. So how did I say that, you know, all the time? How did, if Jesus was not Roman, he was not from Europe. Matter of fact, the Romans and the small hats combined is the ones that crucified him, got him wiped out. How now is the capital of Black Jesus's so-called religion in Rome, Italy, by white people, and his vicegerent, his man on earth is always some white man called the Pope, and he was black, and they crucified him. So who's the Christ and who's the Antichrist? Who represents the real Christ and who really represents the Antichrist? If Jesus is black, what's the anti-black? What's anti-black? What's the opposite of black? You know what I'm saying? And if he's Christ, then what's the opposite of Christ? It's not a ghost, it's a man. That's why the Bible says count the number of the beast. It's the number of a man, not the number of a ghost. Not the number of a spirit, not the number of a feeling or imagination, not the number of a story. It's the number of a man. So you're supposed to be looking for a man. That's Satan. They call him the dragon, the serpent, the devil, the Antichrist. It's all the same person. The Antichrist is the devil, ain't it? Like, you think it's two different things or whatever? Like, you know, that's the top of the food chain when it comes to wise devils. Rube said, quote, he's trying to make peace with me, but I'm going to do him anyway. Honorable Elijah Muhammad, unquote. Elijah Muhammad via the Honorable Minister. Yeah, so we know what that is. That has to do, I'm not going to go into it, Rube, so you got to worry about me going too far with that. But that has to do with an out-of-body experience way back in the days when Minister Farrakhan was still here among the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and he had experience regarding certain things. And he learned, or he learned, but he still didn't accept his own identity because that vision informed him. You know, it took him into the mind of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's worst enemy on the planet, and he had some words with him or whatever. And when he told the Honorable Elijah Muhammad about his experience, he said, "Yeah, brother, Allah showed you the mind, brought you into the mind of my worst enemy, and you know he's trying to make peace with me, but I'm gonna, you know, slide him anyway." That's why I love our Father who art in heaven. I love my God. I love my God, man. Lord have mercy. A rider, just like, oh Lord. He has no love for these people. He has no F's to give. Only grace was because of us, his love for us. And I think he got so whatever fed up with that personally that he made Farrakhan to extend the grace, because he was ready to, like the way we did Elijah Muhammad, you know what I'm saying? Like how white people did Trump. Like, man, let me, you know, your last chance, your last hope is Farrakhan. So let me construct my son in whom I'm well pleased, the Jesus among y'all, because God just made me into God over y'all. But I ain't gonna get my hands dirty with them or y'all. I'm gonna leave that to Farrakhan. Whatever Farrakhan want to do with y'all, depending on how y'all do him and how y'all play him, that's up to Farrakhan. That's up to Farrakhan. So, but yeah, he was well informed all since, you know, all the years. He just didn't want to accept, or he didn't, I don't know. Yes. But anyway, we at that time. So maybe, inshallah, you know, I get the green light to say more soon. Atushi Murphy, nature is your image, as for example, as rock told humanity, even with the art of I have no clue what you're talking about. As Tushi, will you get on the live with me, because I have no clue what you mean. So here's the StreamYard link. I don't know what you're talking about. No disrespect. I want to hear you, and if you have some insight or some revelations of understanding that we need, you're not going to be able to get it across by typing. You're either going to have to hop on the live with me, and I'll be quiet and listen to you and let us listen to you. But, you know, I have no clue what you're talking about.
Yeah, that sounded like some Greek philosophy.
Yeah, I don't even know what it sounds like. I ain't even gonna judge it yet. I won't judge based on whether you hop on a live with me or not, and just talk it out like adults.
No doubt. What's your take on Donald Trump want to rename the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America, and he want to take Greenland and name it Ireland and make Canada the 51st state or something to that effect.
Shit, he want to be Pharaoh. I would too if I was him. I'm taking control of everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what we allowed Adam to do in the beginning, to rename everything. The planet used to be called Asia, but we let them rename it Earth, and you know. So he, as it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. So I expect Trump to do all kind of stuff we never seen before.
Yeah, that's real. I feel you, man. Because, well, the purpose that they say he put out, that's put out there is that the reason he taking Panama Canal is because allegedly China is pretty much running it or something to that effect. So I guess he said,
yeah, we taking all of that back though. Yeah, that's it's a lie is using them to crash out on each other. Same way that they've been using ninjas to do Bloods against Crips and GDs against BDs and Vice Lords, and you know, same way they've been playing us against each other. That's how Master Fard Muhammad and Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Minister Farrakhan is now playing them against each other. All we have to do is stay out the way. Get out the way. Don't pick a side. Don't even say nothing. Just observe, you know what I'm saying, and benefit from the crash out, from Satan casting out Satan. Because if they was really in control, like so many, you know, devil worshiping ninjas act like they in control, then they wouldn't be casting each other out. They wouldn't be at war with each other. The most violent threat is Russia and China, right? These is one is a white nation and one is an almost white nation. China is the second to the last grafted race before we reach the Caucasian race. So their nature is closer to that of the Caucasian as far as a war, you know, a natural born. They like war. They like violence. So you gotta just let them do them. But if you know you believe something better, you know something better than we do, then do you. I would say by all means, do you.
Hey, I heard that. Hey, but yeah, man, that's real.
Yeah. Yeah, I talked about that yesterday, Rule 2025, Holy Quran 25 is out for Khan, the discrimination or the distinction, and Khan is the root of the name Father Khan. Yep. So, you know, we've been showing mathematically receipts lining up since we've been here. So I'm so tired of repeating myself, but you know, I can't stop until Allah stop us. But Allah has stopped Khan from speaking verbally because he's speaking as God now. He's speaking as a God now. So we see Farrakhan's language. We see him speaking, but you don't realize that's him speaking. I'll just leave it at that. You know, he's speaking a different language now. Ashtushi. I'm not Atushi. I'm gonna have to get rid of you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, that's a nuisance. I offered you and invited you to get on the live at sushi. So can you get on the live with me? Or I'm gonna have to have a wrench mob, you know, heat a wrench, the tune-up master. Because we not reading here, like, you know what I'm saying? Most of the people that's tuning in here on this channel is males, and most of them is black males, and a lot of them, I ain't gonna say most, but a lot of us are either impatient, we don't read, we don't like reading. Women like reading novels and all that in paragraphs, and a lot of us are functionally illiterate. So they tune in here to hear man talk, live conversation. I'd be wishing it was a dialogue, but it'd be so much times it's a monologue, a one-way street. That's why I be having to ask Madone to always come on here and at least make it two voices, make it seem like it's a conversation, make it seem like somebody want to talk back with me. So I be using Madon as my little YouTube slave and shit, and he be cooperating and shit. But he be asking some bomb questions, you know what I'm saying, and giving bomb commentary. So, you know, thank God for Madon, you know, for the people that don't want to show up or, you know, 304 up.
No doubt. So let me ask you this, Cam. I see a lot of brothers doing like video reviews of the minister's work or just speaking on the teachings. Do you think that was that prophesied to happen in this time, that a lot of brothers is that coming into the teachings more, or just reviewing or just taking it in and just really hearing it out?
What you mean, people? I don't know what you mean. Black people, white people. What do you mean?
I see a lot of young black brothers. You know what I'm saying? They doing video reviews of like Farrakhan speeches from back in the day.
Yeah, I'm not aware of that. Yeah, I didn't know that was going on. If they doing that, then yeah, that's a beautiful thing. That's just a divide, and that's a necessary division that's happening. You got youth that don't want no parts of it, and you got youth that want to hear that, and it's inspiring, and it speaks to their warrior spirit, their manhood, independent spirit, because they know it's time to go to war and separate and do for self. And they find it refreshing and inspiring that a man is still among us. That's our leader, that got the history, that got receipts, that was actually there, that they can actually see and tap into, that already laid the foundation, laid the groundwork, and fought the battle on the front line, the foremost pioneer and vanguard of the struggle. So those is the youth that's going to be absolutely successful, and they're going to be the new leaders and rulers of the world. Those that reject or rejecting right now, they also have the possibility to be the rulers of the world, but they might not live through their rebellion. Now we at the time of rebellion, it costs you your life, so they might not live long enough because of their rebellion to wake up and get on the right side. So, but yeah, that's a definite awakening, a general resurrection. Mental resurrection that's happening with the youth.
Yeah, man, it's real. I see a lot of brothers doing it, man.
Yeah, because everybody else loves for like I'll put it in the chat. Hold on, let me do this real quick because I did it once before and maybe I need to do it again right now. And that's just put up the YouTube link for Farrakhan World Friendship Tour, so y'all can know how loved and respected Minister Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam is all over the world, by everybody except us, by everybody except the poor, lost, despised, rejected, rebellious, hard-headed, stiff-necked black descendants of slaves that he came to wake up. Everybody, all of our black people in Africa love Farrakhan, beg Farrakhan to come be their leader and live there with them, you know, and guide them and teach them, and even us, his students. And at the right time, we will become governors over, you know, states and different places in different continents and all that. But right now, we're supposed to be trying to gather our own despised and rejected descendant of slave chosen people. And those of our chosen people, descendants of slaves that don't choose the God who came and already chose them, then you know, measure the inner court and don't measure the outer court. Those belong to the devil. The devil gonna have their way with them. But the link I just posted up right now is the Minister Farrakhan's World Friendship Tour, and you can see this was way back in '96. So he has made so much respect and love and friends and followers of us over the world is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So it wasn't even no coincidence about the whole Ghana thing with the Karen Bass, mayor of Los Angeles, and the firefighters and her being gone in Ghana when they trying to burn up Ghana after Ghana finally announces this year that they are embracing and accepting African Americans as citizens, and they don't have to have no visas, and then they just become automatic dual citizens of their homeland in that state of Ghana in Africa. And then the devil wants to, put his little fire to that city. So Allah put a fire to their city. So Allah says, and Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, for the least of one of mine that you take out, I'm going to take out 10 of your best. That's just the beginning. Ultimately, he's going to take them all out. But I'm going to do some demos to let you know we're going to go, blow for blow. If you want to go blow for blow and test it, okay, you take out, one of the least of mine, and I'm going to take out 10 of the best of yours. So if you look at the fire in Ghana, and then you look at some other fires, then, you can see if that makes sense or not.
Yeah. Kind of remind me what you said. I heard you say back here, man. I forgot what you was. I think you was on doing your campaign trail. You was like, you asked the question, what you gonna do when I knock down your favorite idol?
Right.
It's like we're living in that time. You see, and a lot of people, these idols is getting knocked down, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's just me talking tough, because what do I got? I don't got no weapons. I don't got no power to knock them down, right? So that's just me preceding what I know God is going to do, and the Messiah that's among us. The Messiah is going ultimately. I just work for him and I follow him. I'm a follower of Farrakhan. I'm a follower of the Messiah. Proud to say I'm a follower of a black man. I ain't no follower. I'm a follower. So let's clearly make that Farrakhan distinction between you and me. You're not a follower of no black man or no black leader or no so-called God. I am. So I'm over here, you're over there, and let's just wait and see what happens. But if Farrakhan has been given a rod and a staff by his God, his Father who art in heaven, then perhaps, those that's really with Farrakhan have little rods and staffs also. And whatever those are used for, we won't know unless we test them out. That's why, I'll say get on your fast. You might have a heaven of a rod that can bring down hell and a staff, you know what I'm saying? But you might not know it until you fast and get there and tune in and lock in with the Godfather, and then experiment. Test it out. Test it. Test the theory. Test if you test it. Everybody want to test, so shit, let's test.
Hey, that's real. So let me ask you this real quick. When the brother was speaking about the supernatural, and you was like, nah, it's just natural. So I guess it kind of like, is you saying like what we call supernatural is kind of like, to us that don't know it, it's like principles or principalities we don't understand or something like that?
Yeah, anything that we don't understand, we're going to call it magic or witchcraft or supernatural or miracle. It's not. How is it a miracle if God is natural? Everything God do is natural. The creations of the planets and all that is natural. They have a nature. They have a law to them. They're following a law, a natural law. So just because we don't fully understand and know what those laws are, what the laws that was used to even bring it into existence, and the laws that's maintaining it and evolving it to its eventual perfection, we don't know those laws. So we can't claim that something is a miracle. Everything is a miracle. If that's the case, everything is supernatural and everything is a miracle, or nothing is supernatural and nothing is a miracle. You can't be both. That's just a childish, ignorant, fairy tale word. It's either everything is supernatural and everything is a miracle, or nothing is supernatural and nothing is a miracle. It's just a knowledge of nature that you don't have, that somebody else does have, to such a degree that you think it's a magic, miracle, supernatural, and it's not. It's super knowledgeable. They're just superior in knowledge about the reality and science of the laws of creation that you don't have no knowledge of. So you can make things transport or teleport. You can do anti-gravity. You know what I'm saying? You can go to other planets, or you can produce new life and new creations, or you can perfect the old creations. It's all kind of stuff you can do if you have super knowledge. That's not supernatural. You just mastering the knowledge of nature.
Hey, that was an excellent breakdown, bro, for sure.
Yeah, so it's not no spooky, or you'll never comprehend God, and God is some spiritual entity that we can't know and we can't understand and we'll never see until we die. If we see him, we can't see him and live. All this old fairy tale Steven Spielberg bullshit. What? Why are you paying money for that? Why are you wasting your mind power believing that shit? See no proof of it ever whatsoever. But that's a traumatized slave, mental slave of mental, slave of death. You know what I'm saying? Rube said, we are taught that the enemy will not get more than 300 Muslims before Allah will delete all of them. Right. The movie 300, that's based on that. That's based on us and what Master Fard Muhammad told the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and what he told all of us. When the thing really go down, that they won't be able to delete more than 300 his followers, the Muslims, members of the Nation of Islam. It's 8 billion people on the planet. God said, the God that we believe in says, if they even get to 300, I'm killing everything, killing everybody. So we'll see. We'll see if that happens. And the cold part is, human beings got to die anyway. So the real warriors be like signing up. Sign me up. If we got 300 that's down to do it right now, we're gonna go poke the bear. You know what I'm saying? I pray to be one of those that's courageous. I got fears, but I pray that God removes cowardice. I got fears. I gotta face fears, but I know we all gonna pass away and die anyway. So shit, let me be one of them 300 this shit, because I gotta die one day anyway. But that's a hell of a number. That's the saints going marching in. Don't you want to be in that number? If I don't know how to do nothing else, I know how to be courageous enough to be one of them 300. Because I'm not just gonna lay down for these niggas. I'm taking somebody with me by Allah's permission. But if he lets them take me out in that process, and I'm blessed enough to be one of them 300, that's gonna end this shit show for good. You know what I'm saying? Expeditiously, like shit. What better way to go out? Shit.
Hey, I feel that's real. Well, most of our people rather be a New Orleans Saints, but that's. But hey,
straight New Orleans on Bourbon Street, huh? And shouts out and prayers to the any innocent people that might be suffering loss of loved ones or whatever from that.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely, man. But yeah, man, the game is deep, man, and it's amazing how that spell, a lot of people, that spell is so, that grasp, I guess the grip that won't slip, kind of, so to speak, you know what I'm saying? Because that spell is big, man. Like, I'm in the South, so it's like I see it.
Yeah.
How it's just,
Yeah, absolutely. But it was supposed to be big. We the ones taught them how to cast it. We taught them the tricknology. We taught them the science of tricks and lies and stealing and robbing and how to delete, master the original people. We, the original people, the God people, taught the devils how to do this devilishment. And we made them and gave them their nature of wickedness. We did that. The God did that. So why we got to focus on that? Like, why did we do that? Why did we do that? Why did we make them? And why did we teach them, how to deceive us? Why did we know that we was green to the tree of knowledge of good and evil? Why did we know? The gods knew that we was green to evil. We was not up on evil. We was not familiar with evil. It would be easy for us to get conquered. Easy for any original righteous indigenous people all over the planet can easily get conquered and ruled if somebody was coming with evil because we was not familiar with evil. We never thought that, because our nature, we don't practice evil. We don't get no joy out of evil. We get no satisfaction out of evil. We got guilty conscience. We can't do evil like these people do. And they can't do righteousness like we do. The way we feel about doing evil is how they feel about doing righteous. So there's a natural universal opposition. That's your natural op, your universal op right there. That race, that devil race, that they don't even feel good. If they see a God or a righteous person, they're going to try to make you a ninja. They're going to try to destroy you some kind of way, hurt you some kind of way. Even if they smiling in your face, it's the plot to hurt you some kind of way, because that gives their nature satisfaction. They sleep good at night knowing that they hurt an original person or a deleted one. And that's how we supposed to feel towards, the devil. A righteous person is supposed to feel good that they casted out a devil. They removed the devil. They destroyed a devil or a Satan. Why don't we? Why do we want pity and peace and partnership and love with the devils and the Satans that we know is destroying us? They keeping the 1,000 on their nature and their purpose, they function towards us. But we got our tail tucked and we licking our own wounds and trying to lick their ass at the same time. So we need to get exactly what we about to get. We scared to be a warrior. We scared to fight for our own nature, our own people, our own life, our own children. We're a disgrace. We quick to delete and slide on our own. Why are you so quick and and taking credit and got tattooed tears about bodies of your own people? Black and indigenous, black and Mexican people, but you ain't got one, ain't got one snowflake on your face. Where your snowflake tears, nigga? Where your bunny? Where your bunny tears? Ain't no bunny tears. Ain't no saltine, saltine cracker tears.
No pigskin tears. You ain't like, hey man, that's real.
But we big sliders though when it comes to our own. Monique, peace, man. You just in time for the end of the show. I'm gonna get off of here in 7 minutes, but always good. I needed that energy. I seen what you call it here earlier, Malika. But yeah, now that we got the God woman energy balance, I'm saying I'm about to land this plane and get up off of here. Salute and blessings and love, Monique. But yeah, man. What's your final words, Madon?
Hey,
any
man,
final words or final question?
Well, we could wrap it up, man. You know what I'm saying? I just say, I guess we just got to keep our eyes peeled and just be aware, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's kind of hard to say. I mean, at the end of the day, like, you know what I'm saying, because the way this new January, so to speak, have came in, man. It's like when all this stuff is happening, it's like, what's next? It put me in that type of suspense, not in a bad way, but in a way where it's like being like what's gonna happen next? What happened in Cali and all this other stuff. I'm snowballing. Is this the real? Like, is this snowball effect really, really popping? That's where I'm at.
Oh yeah, and it ain't for us to worry about what's gonna happen. As long as what you doing is righteous and you keeping the armor of God and your righteousness is gonna sustain you. As long as you and your family is practicing, righteousness, you ain't got to worry about it. It's a pleasant surprise. Whatever happens to the devils and the Satans, that's a pleasant surprise. I don't really stress myself out trying to predict specifically what's going to happen to them and all of that. But God will show you specific things, and you might test it out and speak on it, or He might be showing you something so you can be the one to call for it. You can be the one. You can keep your mouth closed and test it. That's how you test your rod, your God power, your God rod, or your staff is the Father will show you something, you know what I'm saying, and you will connect the dots, or it might affect you personally a certain kind of way, and that locks you in with the will of Elijah Muhammad and what he's about to do or what he intends to do, and He'll let you do it. You know what I'm saying? He'll let you participate. That's all I want to do. I just want to participate. Like, I don't know my grade. I don't know if I'm valuable. I'll be a stunt dummy, a crash out dummy. I'll be a little kamikaze, whatever you want me to be, Elijah. Let me just be on the team. I'll carry the water. You know what I'm saying? I'll be a yell leader or whatever. No, I don't want. I'll be whatever. But I want to get on the field. I want to get in the war. So that's what That's what we doing here. And I'm he's using me to try to let y'all know to unlock the power or the process, the discipline to get there, which is fasting. Fasting along with not sinning, like somebody said yesterday. I gotta add that, because fasting alone ain't gonna do it. Why fast if you still sinning and lying and cheating and stealing and violating? So no, you have to stop doing all of that and fast. That's what fasting is there to help you do, to not continue to do them little vices and weaknesses and all of that, and to clean that up, to repent and atone for that and burn that the sin consequences of doing that out of your system, your physical system and your mental system. So fast, y'all, fast. And I know it might seem like a chore or something like it. Ain't really that. It ain't no chore. You the God. I'm telling you what to do to tap into your God power. You don't have to do nothing. You ain't got to do nothing you don't want to do. But I'm just telling you what we over here doing, and I'm telling you how to access your God powers to where you can test them in real time. And you might be activated way quicker and way deeper and further than I am by doing this. I might be on a short bus when it comes to this. You might do 2 or 3 days and boom, like, you tuned in, tapped in with something that I don't got no knowledge of or whatever, because we all gods. We all got specific gifts and specific attributes, characteristics from God that we meant to use and display. That's only unique to you. It's only unique to you. I don't know what your powers is. I don't know what you meant to do once you fast and unlock your power. I don't know. I just know you a God and you got it. I can't make you do it. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait for you to do it. I just got to do what I know. So fasting is the key. Fasting and praying. But shit, fasting is a form of praying, and you got to kind of pray to yourself and to the God that you believe in to help you get through the fast. Meditate. Praying just means meditate and study and learn, you know what I'm saying? And focus and will and concentrate and give thanks, because even though it hurt, it's actually healing you. A lot of us don't know what healing feels like. We think healing supposed to feel like an orgasm. That's false. All the stuff we was taught about reality and the process of growth and the process of perfection or healing or victory, you have to go through pain or discomfort or warfare. Healing does not feel good. It feels good once you're healed, but you got to go to war for healing. You got to go through pain to get healed in a lot of cases. I ain't saying all cases, in a lot of cases though. So don't be scared of the discomfort or the pain. Oh, that hurt too much. Or my stomach, I gotta eat, or I got this condition. We get to coming up with all kind of excuses. All right, well, I guess you just ain't gonna get healed, because that's the only way. You have to master your diet. You have to master your body and what you put in your body, because it's your body that's sick, that's making your mind unhappy. Because you can't be too happy when you're sick. You can't be too happy when something is swollen or sore or aching or pain, and you can't be too happy. You can't enjoy too much, because you keep on feeling that. You keep on leaning toward that. You keep on favoring that thing, even if you are surrounded by beauty and all of that, but you like, damn, this, my head, this migraine or this chest pain or this, this cough or this shortness of breath or this pain in my groin, or so fasting gets all of that cleaned up first, while it's giving you your unlocking your mental powers. So hopefully I can inspire y'all to just try it for yourself. I'm not saying you could be able to go 3 days out the gate, but try to go 1 day, try to go 24 hours and stop eating that poison, stop eating all that processed food, that greasy fried food. Of course, stop eating the pork, Stop eating the red meat, period. Try to eat all organic, all halal, kosher, and organic. Halal is the the Muslim version of kosher, or clean or organic. Kosher is the Jewish version, you know what I'm saying? The kosher food that's allowed, that's clean. And organic, they probably be lying on them stickers and shit, but still you do your due diligence and fast. And then when you eat, only eat kosher, organic, or halal. Only eat organic, the best of foods, because that's going to boost your speed of accessing your mental God power. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to ask you one last quick question before we go, man. How would you tell one to master the God within and disconnect from the spook mystery God? Like, I think a lot of us face that challenge. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know about mastering God within, because I don't think I mastered God within, but I know how to disconnect from the spook God.
Yeah. Well, how should one go about disconnecting from the spook God? Let me say it that way.
Keep on tuning in to Farrakhan, or keep on tuning in to KAM and Madan, on here, because it's the word. In the beginning was the word. The more words that you hear that make sense, that you can connect to and resonate, and I can prove these points of your power and reality and down to earth and flesh and blood. The more regularly that you feed your mind on stuff like that, then the more your synapses in your nerves and all that in your brain is going to come together, and your own God power is going to take over. You're going to eventually hit autopilot, the God mental autopilot in your own brain, and that's it. Once you hit that, you know what I'm saying, then you're going to start experimenting for your own self. You're going to be seeing things easy. It's like non-voluntary. It's certain things that's just normally going to happen. Just like you naturally grew teeth. You didn't know that breastfeeding, or even if you didn't breastfeed, that you eventually at 7 months, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months was going to start growing 2 little teeth down there. You just got to basically stay alive. But if you stay healthy, if you healthy and eat, then your teeth is going to be wisdom teeth. All your teeth going to be wisdom teeth out the gate. You ain't going to have no baby teeth. All your teeth going to be wisdom teeth. So that symbolic of just keep feeding off of mental, reality, knowledge of self reality. And it's going to go to the vitamins and minerals in the word is going to go straight to the parts of your brain and your psyche and your system that it need to go to, and you're going to get there. So it ain't no like, I got to worry about it specifically how I'm going to break this and how I'm going to do that. Like, it's going to naturally happen. You ain't even got to worry about it.
Hey, that's real. That's 100.
Yeah. So on that note, my good brother, God brother, Madan Komet, my contributor on the ground, and all my wrench mob. I seen Yusuf Arline in the building. I ain't seen you in a minute. Yusuf, man, love you, bros. Good to see y'all. Jabril, Ahmad, everybody else. That's it for me. Tomorrow I might get on, because on the East Coast it's officially my 34th born again day now. January 11th. 1991 is when I first got registered in the Nation of Islam, and now it's officially 34 years. So we'll see. I don't know. I thank Allah for Minister Farrakhan, of course. I thank Allah for y'all. And I thank Allah in y'all. I thank the Allah in y'all. Y'all are Allah to me. My definition and understanding of Allah is not just in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, or in the person of the Mahdi Elijah Muhammad, or in the person of the Messiah Farrakhan Muhammad. The God body, those are the heads, those are the stem cells that came before us. But the God body, the Allah body that they came together to resurrect and make us co or joint heirs with the Christ, is y'all. I pray and thank Allah in y'all. Y'all are my Allahs as well, just like Allah is in me. So it don't mean I'm spooked out, spaced out. You can't pimp me or nothing like that. But I'm talking to the gods when I'm speaking, when y'all hear this. So I know you don't understand it, and you might not agree. We ain't no guys or whatever. You can't tell me nothing. I know who you are. So on that note, bro, Madan, my God brother, Allah in the person of Madan and Allah in the person of all of y'all, I thank y'all, Allah, the all in all eyes, true and living God's all seeing, which is y'all.
Definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, man. And on that note, God willing, you know what I'm saying, when I break this fast, I pray that he have some feast, some mental, spiritual feast powers that I'm able to share with y'all for Thanksgiving, and thanking y'all, the way y'all helped me to deliver these messages and put up with my stuttering and cussing and whatever the hell I look like to y'all, whatever I sound like and look like to y'all. But again, man, thank you, Madan, bro, and thank y'all in the chat and everybody that sees this and everybody that be helping my wrench mob. Love y'all, man, and I'm honored to be fellow God Allah soldiers with y'all. I don't know it all, not the best knower, but I'm your brother, and I love y'all, and I'm trying to prove it. I'm trying to prove that I'm gonna crash all the way out for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So. On that note, man, peace and blessings. Assalamu alaikum. And we out.
Walaikum salam.